This
we'll
conference will now be recorded.
First one we'll do the looping. Second one we'll do the iterative. And third one we'll do module. Module is the most important one. You should focus on it. Okay. One more thing I want to show you: output values. Output values. Okay. So last day we covered in input variables. Then today we'll cover the output values. So looping. How do we do the looping? So looping means what? Running multiple times, correct? Do you have any memory resources which you can run multiple times? How can you do that?
So like if or like while, and then we also have when loop, right? Like when this particular
Go ahead.
when this particular module should run, like that we use like when also, right?
No, this is not a programming language, it's a DSL language. So I am saying in the past two sessions, did I cover something where we were able to run resources multiple times? That is a question.
I don't think so. You were telling me about each actually.
That is a loop, yeah, one thing. And one more thing.
Other
Do you
than
remember
the
the count?
Oh yeah. So count, like if we give that count dot index, like if for example 2, then it will run for 0, 1, 2. If it is 4, like then from 0 to 4 it would be 5 times it would run execute. Okay.
Correct. Yeah. So same thing I'm talking about. So here there, okay. Just a second, hold on. This is a conditional, right? This is looping. Yeah. No, this is not looping. This is iteration. Yeah. Iteration and looping is the same thing. Okay. That means one resources you have, and how do I run multiple times that resources? Okay. So for that we have for and for each. Okay. So for and for each. Now for is we see I'll write it all this here. So here we have a one option which is count, which is a meta. This you can use for any resources. Okay.
Yeah.
And here you can use for each, which I showed you one example also. Correct now? Now for you cannot use with the resources, but this is you can use for the what is that? See, I forgot this terminology. State file. Okay. State file. So state file with output. Output is a pending topic. I'll cover this one. Output means here. This is the output. Okay. Now this one you can use in the Terraform file. Count and for each. Okay. So these are the two things. Now let me show you example for it. So Terraform, what I will just run it, Terraform and looping, correct? Looping and DevOpsSchool. Enter. Now here, any resources which you want to loop it. So you can read it this and all. It's the same thing. You know that actually. So here, you see this is the code. Are you comfortable with this code?
Yes. So we are giving the resource name, and then
Yeah, you're creating one instance.
resource, instance,
Yeah. Now this is the wrong way. The one which you are explaining me, Rajesh, we have a for and while loop and all. This you cannot use in the SCL. SL means Hasukov configuration language. Okay. So what is the right way? One of the right way is simple. If you want to run 3 times, see I is equal to 1, dot. So here just put it up, count is equal to 3. Simple.
Count equal to 3.
Okay. That's the one way to do that. Okay. This URL I'm sharing. Okay. So this is the one way to do that. Now second thing is we have a for each. Okay, so for each we have also. Now here for each multiple resources instance defined by map or set. Remember map, remember what is the type of map? Map means key value. Remember? That's one of the type. Yeah. So defined by maps or set. Set is what is the set? So this is like something I need to represent. It's very difficult to set. Means this is Raj, comma Raj 1, comma this is a set Raj 2. This is set. Set we might have studied, you might have studied in the mathematics in the college school time. Remember, that's a set. So here,
But it looks like list only, right, Raj?
so there is a little different with a set and list. So you can call this as a set also, but list also. But because why there's a little difference. So for this, you have to go into the Golang topic, which I don't want to get into that because you will have a little bit more confusion actually. So here types. So Golang types, you have a multiple data types. So out of which we have a, you know, a set, we have tuple, you have map, you have list, we have. So these are the things. Little variation actually. Don't go into that. You'll get
Mm-hmm.
confused right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So here map you understand, right? Key and
Yeah,
value.
yeah. Key
And
value.
set is also string of set of string. Okay, this is a one set. So you can use it. Now here, this is a simple example. Look at this. No, not this. So look at this here. This is a simple example. This is a variable. Are you comfortable with this?
Yes, yeah.
And here key value, key value, key value.
Mm-hmm.
Now here we are creating repository, one resources, GitHub provider, and here each dot value is a fixed one, okay, and hyphen DevOps code. Okay, so for here for each we applied on what is the value var dot repo name. This is the latest way to represent the
Mm-hmm.
variable. So var dot repo name, which is here. And
Mm-hmm.
after that, each dot value, what is the name of the repository should be each dot value, which is each dot value hyphen DevOps code. That means each dot key is this one, value is this one. Each dot key is this one, value is this one. It will run 3 times. So for each is a built-in. Remember that you have to come out of that mode where you used to do the for while this that and all, if
Mm-hmm.
else and all. You have to
Mm-hmm.
come out of this mode because this is a declarative language. It's not a interpreted language or compiled language. It's a declarative. Okay, so you have to write in this way. Okay, so let me run some of the program
Mm-hmm.
which will take little less time and stuff like that. So let's go to the GitHub and setting and developer setting pat, and this is the last one. I'll delete this, generate a new one. This is a test, and for 30 days all access I'm giving worst practices, but just that's not my focus right now.
Mm-hmm.
Generate token. This token I should store it somewhere in my code here. Now I'm going to do simple thing is copy this whole program and copy this into workspace. So C drive and my workspace Rajesh all workspace, and this is one. Now what I'll do, this is the demo 2. Okay, and I'll create one demo 1 directory from the last one, and I'll push everything inside demo 1. Okay, this is the demo 1 project and this is the demo 2. Now what I will do, I'll just copy one more time. This is everything you have in the one file only. So what file we call it, main.tf all the time. It's a practice. You know that you can call any file name, but main.tf typically we call it the first file. And I'll call this. Now this is the token here. So you're good with this code, right? All of you?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now I'll just go for here. Oh, I forgot that. Which command I should run? Tell me.
So first we do like plan, and then
Mm-hmm.
for init you mean for download the provider? Yeah,
Yes, yes,
init.
Terraform. And here there's some problem. So let me fix that. What is the problem here? So variable map type default. I don't see there's a problem. This is opening. This is opening. What is the problem? Let me read this. It says, hey, this map is having some, okay, so this message you will see a lot when you copy the paste the program, you'll see a lot. What is this? So latest version of Terraform is not supporting this, is the little old version of Terraform for that, I mean, to represent the map. Okay, so what I will do, nothing great, Terraform map and variable, and this will go and store that, use the latest version. So this is the one. I would like to see what is the difference, so I'll be able to locate that what exactly, because I don't know what is the difference it has come brought it. So this is the latest version. Can you find out what is the difference?
Yeah, sure. Let me look.
I don't find any difference, by the way. Okay, I got it. And this is the difference. So here they're saying, hey, you have to give the key without a code. Got it?
Okay, only the value needs to be within the quotation. Okay.
Yes. So these are the kind of things which will keep popping up in one every 2 months. You cannot do anything. So here if
Okay.
you do this, here you can do this, and you're good to go. Now if it will work, I'll just modify my code also. So here this is the code which is done. Now let me init. Okay, there's one more problem. Again, almost same problem I am having.
Mm-hmm.
So this time I don't think so it's any changes. So I'll just check one more time. So image, a
The
map.
type or TYP or LY? It looks for me LYP, the map one type.
No, it's a type only.
Type
Okay.
only, okay, it's
Yeah.
very little. Okay, got it. Now I can see.
Default and
I think second line you put equal to. Oh, it's not, but I don't know why my screen is popping up like equal to. The repo 2 is equal to sign. I'm.
I'm just checking it. Hold on. So there is no problem I see,
Mm-hmm.
but it could be some issues which is reporting. Let me read that error. So error is, hey, you have a problem with the main.tf line number 8, which is here, that's true. Map, Terraform, and earlier required type consists even in the codes. But that form is now deprecated. It's okay, fine. Now will be removed in the future version. That's okay. Remove the codes map. So they're saying, hey, remove the codes. So see here, that's a strange thing. In fact, this document is outdated. Okay,
Okay.
got it. So if
Yeah,
I
yeah.
read this document is also outdated. So you have to be very careful about that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So in it, now I saved it, right?
Mm,
Time. I did not put this here. I did save. Okay, let me check that. In it, but that form deprecated will remove. Remove the quotes around map. I did it. I did it. It's saved, right? Okay, let me close this all file.
mm-hmm.
Okay, so here this is same file demo2. This is demo2 mine.tf. Remove this. Okay, my bad. So I'm correcting this. Did you notice here? I'm correcting this, but actually it's reporting this. So that is
Oh,
why.
yeah. We have to delete that, right? So, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So this is done. You should validate also those practices which we have discussed already. So you will do
Mm-hmm.
that. Now done. Now Terraform plan, and then apply. You know that. So now I'm expecting that my GitHub, if I go to GitHub, 2 resources should be created, or I think 3 resources, which is a repository. So I have given the path of demo temporary, and this is organizations and repository, and let's check it out. So see here, as of now, 3 resources, add XOI00 and all stuff like that, and
Mm-hmm.
apply. But you know one thing, I'm very tired of giving the apply every time and then followed by yes. So can I avoid this? So I will ask up Terraform only. Here Terraform, can you tell me, is there any way auto approve I can do that? Auto yes, can be avoided for CI/CD purpose. So there is one option which you see, which is called auto approve. Okay, so you can give this one, it will be equivalent to yes. Okay, so what you also should do is try to read this use cases of course. Okay, so here auto hyphen, I should copy paste, otherwise I'll make a mistake. Auto approve, enter. Now it will not ask you yes. Okay, you have it is done, you see, creating and done. So this is the way you can do the looping in this. Remember, it's a configuration language, don't expect for and while and stuff. Okay, so this is the way. So count, you know that one has come, second should also come, only one has come so far. See the repo one, repo 3, the name should be DevOpsSchool. So DevOps1 hyphen DevOpsSchool, DevOps2 hyphen DevOpsSchool. So refresh. Only one has come, just wait for it. It's got stuck. So there is an error. What is error? So can you help me to fix this error?
Yeah, sure. Provider registry on main.tf line number 1. So can you show me the line number 1? Oh, the error is like repository creation failed. Custom message name already exists. So then, so there is already the repo in your GitHub
Correct.
named as repo1.devops1.
True.
So
So yeah.
so
So
we have to give
actually,
a different name, or you have to delete the repo and come back and execute this, right?
correct. Yes. Yes. So the repository. So remember that always your Terraform file has to respect that API of GitHub or the provider. Okay. So that is there somewhere. DevOps 2 and 1 is there. So that's the reason it did show me that here it is. Okay. So basically, so now you have to delete this repository and rerun. Okay. So that is also you can do that. Okay, so now we have understood this is the how do we loop. Are you okay with it?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Okay. Now the conditioning. So conditioning also, don't think about if and else kind of stuff. Okay. Don't think about it. This is a declarative language. So Terraform, there's some background noise I'm getting from you. So Terraform and conditioning and DevOpsSchool. So here, this is the conditioning which you can use it. So here, conditioning, this is the URL, and for looping, this is the URL. Now what I will do, because this code had changed a little bit, I'll just also make a changes. So here, edit this guy, and this is the one changes. I'll do this, and here also I'll do this. So now when you refer, this is corrected code. Okay, done. So conditioning, let me show you here. And this is very simple though, but you have to understand this. What is exactly? So now this, ternary operator, ternary operator. Have you heard about this?
I heard about it, but
Yeah, I'll show you.
yeah.
Ternary operator is very popular in every programming language actually. Okay. So and try to understand this. Where is See, this is a ternary operator. Any programming language is the same thing. Okay. So see here, there is an expression, there is a condition. If it is true, then do expression 1, means perform expression 1. If it is false, then expression 2. This is called ternary operator. Are you comfortable?
Yeah,
Now,
yeah, yeah.
whatever the output of this, set in the variable. This is all programming language, same concept. Okay. Now, with that in place, read this. Okay. Little bit of syntax variation because here you have a question mark, but same thing. Okay.
Okay. If condition is true, there would be a value, and if the condition is false, there would be a different value. And those value will be set to the variable, right?
Right, yes, you got it.
Okay.
So
Okay.
whatever the condition you will put, if it is true, then this will be set. If it is
Mm-hmm.
false, then this will be set.
Mm-hmm.
Are you comfortable with it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So now let me show you the code for it. So look at this here, very simple code we have. Okay, not complicated.
Mm-hmm.
See, this is the one condition. What is the condition? String, Java, default is Java. This is the variable, sorry, this is a variable. So Java. Now what you are doing here, look at this one. This all understand, you understand? Only look at this. This is the old style it has been written, okay?
Yeah, yeah,
Dollar
it's
sign.
okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So count is equal to var dot github condition, which is here. So what is a var dot github condition? Is equal to Java.
Java, yeah.
If Java is equal to Java, is it
Mm-hmm.
true or false?
It's true.
If it is true, then set 1. Count is equal to 1. Correct? Huh?
Uh-huh. Yes.
And if it is false, then set 0. So this will create no resources, correct?
Mm-hmm.
This will create no resources, right?
Yes.
Think and tell me. I
So
said no resources.
no, it will create the resources because if
Hmm.
Java is equal to Java, then it is true.
Hmm.
This condition will create the resource. If Java is not, if there is something else, like for example, something else, and it is not equal to Java, then it is false. So it will not create the resource.
False means 0. Count
Yeah,
is equal to 0. That means it will not run. Make
create.
sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is called one type of conditions. You can call it this one. What do you say? I forgot. Ternary operator. Okay.
So
So
now, so Raj, I have a question here. So in
yeah.
the program, we
Hmm.
say Java is equal to Java, then it's true, then it will create the resource, right?
Correct.
So that variable can be passed from user, right? So if
Yeah.
user pass the variable GitHub condition variable value is something else like other than Java, like
Hmm.
.NET or something like JSON or something like that. In that
Hmm.
case, it will compare that value, right? Because here
Yes.
we are using only one value.
So here what you did, you embedded in the TF file. But
Wow.
if you decide to pass through the command line, then you can use hyphen var, right? Hyphen
Mm-hmm.
var,
Mm-hmm.
because command line variable is having highest precedence compared to the .tf program.
Yeah, it will
Correct?
always take the user passed value. If
Highest.
user does not pass any value, then it will take the default value.
That's correct.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is the way you can put one-way condition. One-way
Mm-hmm.
condition you can execute or not execute. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This is
Mm-hmm.
the called executing ternary operator. Here ternary operator. Okay, this is
Mm-hmm.
one way, but there is one more way which you can set the condition. What way? That is called depends on. Okay, this is also you can say. So what is the depends on? So see, every resources, I yesterday last time also I said, every resources there are certain attributes, meta attributes, which is common for every resources. For example, count and the depends on. So depends on one of the resources which is can be used for that. So let me show you that code first here. See here, are you comfortable with this?
Yeah, that is resource name
Creating
and
a bucket.
yeah, creating a bucket. Yeah, yeah,
Are you comfortable with this resources, EC2 instance, which we have used so many times?
yeah, yeah. That is
Yeah.
for the
So now,
AWS EC2 instance. Yeah.
now look at this here. Depends on. This is the additional meta arguments to the resources. This depends on. I'll show you all the meta arguments. It'll be easy for you.
Mm-hmm.
So Terraform meta arguments. This is argument common for every resources, irrespective of provider. Okay. So this is the one. This is the
Count is also the first one you showed me,
count.
right?
Yeah,
Count
count.
is
So
mm-hmm.
where is the file? I'm looking for that file. Let me see that. That search results has not come. So I don't want to go and browse. Rather, this one. So see here. So here you have provider is one meta, provider means one meta arguments. Second argument, oh my god, there's no one page for it. Google has been compromised actually. Let's look for some other documents. It'll be easier. So 4-5 options we have. Okay, these are the options. See here, depends on count for each provider lifecycle and all stuff like these are the 5. Okay, conclusion is not there. Okay, so these are the 5 resources here. So count you know very well. For each, just now I told you. Lifecycle provider is optional. Okay, you can skip it right now. Which lifecycle you want to edit and all stuff like that. Now this is a focus area. Depends on. So depends on will do what See here. This is one resources. This is another resources. Now here is saying, hey, create these resources. But before creating these resources, make sure that this resources, AWS S3 bucket example, this should be created. And if this is not created, you cannot create this. So if it is successful, then only you will create a AWS instance. Are you understanding?
Yeah. So the bucket needs to be created in order to create the EC2 instance.
EC2 instance.
Yeah, that's
so
what depends on.
So this is also a way to put the conditions in the Terraform. Okay. Understood?
Yeah.
Now, next thing is I'm going to talk about is output values. Output values is very simple. Let me ask you one question which I have already covered. I want to know which are the resources which has been created. Okay. So how do you know? How do you know? Tell me the command for it.
So you mean to say it's by plan? It's dry run, right? Dry run.
Yeah, tell me. Tell me.
No. What you're asking what is the command to get, like, it's a Terraform plan, right?
No. I said which are the resources it has been created. How do I know?
Maybe by Terraform apply only it will show up in the output, like which resources is created,
No,
or from
after
the
that
code.
apply. After the apply.
After the apply, can you go back to the code? Here we know now which resource is going.
No, but I want to know how created. This is my desire. What is actual? I want to know actual. This is my desire.
Okay, with the code we are planning to create the resource, but with the from here, how do we see or show?
So yeah, never forget the commands. Okay, it will be helpful. So Terraform show will do. You know what? There is a state file. Correct? You see that here. This is state file. This is a file.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it will show you that all this entry. Here it will show you all the entry. But you know what? This is like too much information. I'm getting mad. I don't need all this information. Right now, fortunately, we have only one resources we got created. Okay. But in real time, you'll have thousands of resources will be created from the tens of different providers. So reading this file is like a madness, correct? Don't you think so? Correct now?
Yes.
So what do you want from here? Tell me. One output which you want to display on the screen itself. What you want? Tell me.
Maybe if in case of a repo, like a repo name.
Repo name, yeah, you can get it from the code also. URL can be clone URL, HTTP URL, correct? Right? So I want to display only few information. For example, if you're creating EC2, only I need a public IP address, correct? Something like that. So what to do? How to get it? How to get it? And that is where you are going to use output values. So what is this? So this is the built-in resources, and I'm going to show you how can we get the output values from the state file. Remember, output values from state file. Okay.
So you
I don't
mean
want to display.
it basically you're saying, the state file will have all the informations, but with the output value, we are trying to see what we actually need to understand, like, maybe that's the identification for the resource.
Correct. Yes. Maybe load balancer you need, IP address you need, some repository you need, some URL you need, because you can't read all this thing. You see so many entries just for the one resources, right? Correct. So,
Yeah.
so what do we do in this case? So first, I'll do a little bit of cleanup first. I'm going to destroy this because last time it got failed, right? 3 repository could not create it. So I'm going to destroy, yes, of course. And now I am going to see that Terraform show, nothing should be there. Wonderful. So now I am going to set the output. Now the question is, how do I set this? So for that, you can refer my this, very simple by the way, output values and DevOps code. For each and everything, I try to have one tutorial for you, I mean for all of us, so you can read. So this is output value. You can read in offline hours. I'll show you directly. Okay.
Yeah.
Now,
Thanks.
so here, this is the code and this is the output values. I can keep it anywhere, no problem actually. So here, what you want output, what you want URL. You can name it whatever you want, but the value should be coming from what? The value should be what? So here it should be GitHub repository. What name? This one. Now the problem is this I forgot actually. Okay, so what I'll do, just for the time being, I'll hold this and keep it here and I'll create these resources. Okay. 3 repository will be created. Wonderful. You see here. See, 3 repository, right? Now I can show, because this is very easy for me, right? Show. What do you want to see? So you have to, what do you want to see? So you want to see, let's say you want to see HTTP clone URL, right? So what to do in this code, it should be something like, let me copy paste actually. Just a second, hold on. And here GitHub repository, this one, and the value should be from this one. This is the value. Okay. Why this copy is not happening here? Understood?
Okay.
So here, this is, by the way, I hope you remember the data type, right? So tell me, I'm doing the quick test for you. What type of data which is here? Quickly.
Boolean.
No thinking. Boolean, wonderful. And this one?
That is string.
String. And this one?
Key value, that is map.
It's not a map.
Or list. Square braces list.
Yeah. Okay. So remember that. So here there is no list as of now. I don't see here. All are string with a value. This one is a list, but no values are there. So
yeah, I know
okay.
that.
So remember that. So here GitHub, this one, this name, and then variable, and then value will be printed with the URL like this. So now let's try for it. Apply, approve. Okay, there's some problem. The problem is the same. It says because GitHub repository has for each set must be accessed per specified sentence. So let me see that. The problem in this here. Okay, so what they're saying, okay, this is a genuine error actually, and we need to fix it. What is they're saying is GitHub repository, this one, you are having output actually is a list actually. You're getting my points. Here I am reading, just a second, let me clear this. You have to fix this. Okay, this is the real fixing actually. So actually I am reading this one, but actually this is a one element, this is the one element, and this is the one element. 3 elements you have actually. So this will not work.
You have
actually.
to specify which URL you need.
Correct.
Yeah, okay.
So what do we do in this case? So I'll have to go from the root resources, GitHub repository, this one, that is cool. And here you have to provide which one? So here GitHub repository, this one, dot HTTP clone URL. This is the first one. So this is the one, and this is the report 2. Okay, and this is a repo 3. So here what you need to provide is repo 1. Okay, so think theoretically, others will not be able to solve it. So
But
GitHub
Raj,
repository.
we will be requiring like URLs for all the three repositories we created, right?
So in the 3 output variable, well, let me fix one first. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I want only this to display. So 3 output
Okay.
variable. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so here I want repository 1 hub, and this is the one. So this is the real code I am
Mm-hmm.
believing it should work, and dot this one. Let's
Mm-hmm.
try first.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, clear the screen, show. Okay, sorry, apply. And here, did you get it? Let me see. See here, look at
Yeah,
this
yeah,
output.
yeah,
Good.
we got it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now we want all 3. So
Mm-hmm.
you put 3 output variable. Okay, or there is a one way, you put it this one in the loop and replace repo 1, repo 2, repo 3 also. Okay, so this is the second, this is the third. And
So you mean like Raj, here I have a question. So if you mean like loop, we can use count, right? For the
no, for each you can use it again.
for each. Okay, yeah, okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So here repo 1, repo 2, repo 3, and there's a problem. I'm just checking. This you fix this problem. I'm not going to fix it. There is a problem here. Tell me what is the problem. Read this and you fix that.
Uh, and output. Give me a second, Raj. Yeah, give me a second.
Yeah.
Hey, sorry. Okay. So an output named URL was already defined.
Yeah.
Output name must. What's on the right side? I can't read fully. And output names must. That's all the error is. Can you expand that, Raj?
Yeah. Hello. Can you?
Yeah, yeah, I
Yeah.
can hear you. No, no, I can't read the full error. So can you expand that?
Yes.
So
Now.
what I no, 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 no. On the right side, I want to read the
Okay.
error.
Okay. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay. So output name must be unique within a module. Okay, if it means we generalized URL as URL. That needs to be specific, like unique.
Correct. You fixed it.
Okay.
Yeah. So here it should be some unique name, and now it
Yeah.
should fix that issue. So this kind of error is good for DevOps. Okay. The more error you fix, you will become a more better professional.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So now you have this one out. Now after this, so you understand output values, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I'll teach you the one of the magic formula, and that is called module. So now the
Mm-hmm.
question is, what is a module? So please hear me out clearly, okay? So actually, in the any project, okay, Terraform project, okay, Terraform
Mm-hmm.
project.
Mm-hmm.
In the you have first Terraform file, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And then you have variable files, right? The one which we
Mm-hmm.
have discussed already, correct? No?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so these are the two files we have. And this will is in one directory, correct? One directory, correct?
But
One directory.
Raj, the vars will actually also needs to be vars.tf, right?
This vars means when I say variable files, which I showed you first day only, all the
Okay.
variable types of files.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking
Mm-hmm.
about all files of variables.
Okay.
Vars means all the files which contain the values. Let me remind you.
Mm-hmm.
That is, just recall this discussion. This
Okay, got it,
you
got it.
can have
Mm-hmm.
all the files of variables. Okay. So here
Mm-hmm.
vars. So this we put it in one directory, correct?
Yeah.
And here we have one directory, demo 2, we have demo 1, last session we had all this thing, we have it, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you know what, please hear me out clearly. You know what, actually this whole things, knowingly and unknowingly, this is called what? Module. Okay, what we call
Module.
module. Every directory, please hear me out. Very simple way I'm putting up, not to complicate in a official language and all. Module is nothing but a directory which contains Terraform files and variable files. Simple. One directory. Okay.
Okay, this will be called as one module. The next
One
module will
module.
have another directory and another set of Terraform files.
So here you will have one more directory. This is called also module.
Okay.
But what about here you have one subdirectory. Please understand that very simple concept.
Mm-hmm.
Here very one subdirectory inside this directory.
Mm-hmm.
Then this is what we call it. This is also called module. Okay.
Okay.
This is also called module. So in that case, you'll say, Rajesh, how can I differentiate? So here, this we call it a root module, and this we call it a child module.
Child module. Okay.
Okay. So unknowingly, you know what? You were working with module. This is a module, one module, two, like that.
So
Make
Raj,
sense?
like, can you go back to the slide? So
Yeah.
when it comes to the point execution, like,
Mhm.
will it like sequentially execute, right? It will go to the root module and the child module will get executed and then it will come to the second module, like which is the down, or
Very good
sequentially.
question. Very good question. So it will not run. It will not run. Let's say if you're running this module, right?
Mm-hmm.
This module will not run at all.
Oh.
So then you will say, Rajesh, how can I run it this module? Because you may have, it's all about organizations. I think it's all about the management. Okay. So what is happening, what I'm trying to tell you here, what happens, most of the time for the operation purpose, you have a long, so many Terraform files, so many variable files. So
Mm-hmm.
you want to organize in a structured way. This is called
Mm-hmm.
our management skill, organization skill. So you want
Mm-hmm.
to organize for one, you want to have one module for VPC, one module for S3, one module for EC2 instance, one module for Kubernetes, one module for this, one module for SQS, SNS, every different module you want. Why? Because you don't want every coding to be put in one go only. Getting your points?
Yeah, okay. So
So
this
here,
particular, so which means like when only when this particular module is being called from the code and then it will execute.
so now the question is, how can I call this child module, this child module, this child module? So what you do in the Terraform file, here you can call resources. You can have resources. Agree with me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Resources. This is the resources. N number of resources you have. Here we have,
Mhm.
by the way, one resources.
Oh, yeah.
But here you can call a child module also. Call child module.
Mm-hmm.
Understood?
Mm-hmm.
So if you call this child module, this child, there's a name actually, name of the directory. Let's say this is the VM, this is the VPC, this is
Mm-hmm.
the what do you say,
Load
SQS,
balancer. Okay.
yeah, load balancer, all this. So different module. So call child module. Which module? So you want to call VM module, it will create a VM. You want to call this VPC module,
Mm-hmm.
it will create a VPC. So basically you
Mm-hmm.
have to call it automatically. It will not get called actually.
Okay.
Got it? So
Mm-hmm.
here, when you run the root module, it will create all the resources, and then top of that, all the call the child module, and whatever the child module, the resources you have here and here and here, it will get executed. Make sense?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Got it.
Now the question is how to see that. So I'll show you the demo very simple way. So go
Mm-hmm.
for this. Let's say this is my module, root module. What I'm doing right now is little bit of code modifications I'm doing here. So this code, okay, let me destroy first, clean the code, and then I'll show you. Destroy. Okay, yes, done. So I clean that, everything, state file is gone. I'll delete this guy also, not needed. Okay, so now this is the module which I want to convert into the module. So here, very simple, okay? GitHub, I'm just calling this name. This is my child module. And the child module, what I want this file to be there. Got it? This child module. Now I want to have one root module also main file, but this file, see here, I'm doing very in simple way. Here I'm having DevOps 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, right? Correct now? 3, 3. Now I deleted it, okay? So here I'm creating this guy, this guy, this guy. Now this guy I'm creating here, just for your reference. This guy I'm creating 4455, 4455 and 66. Okay, 6s. Okay, understood? Yeah. So this is the one. And output variable, everything as it is. Now one thing I want to do that, and which is this module, you have to see, this is for the root module, but if you want to call for the module, you have to modify again this one. So it should not fail, so I'm removing this code for time. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So here variable, this is done, provider is not needed, by the way, but it's okay, let it be. We'll do that. So now how many modules you have? So there's one root module and there is a child module. Got it? Now what I will do, I'll just go for Terraform init. You have to do init if you have a new module installed. Okay.
Yeah.
I did init, then I do apply. And let's look at the output.
So we can skip plan.
Oh, yeah. Plan is for the dry run, no? So here you created 3 modules. You see that 3 modules, 3 repository got created. Now let me check it out. Go to the here. Where is that? See here, 223311 created, successful. But the problem here is 3445566 not created. Why? I don't understand.
It's not being called. The child module is not being called.
You got it. Yes, you got it now. So now I'm going to call. Now the question is, how do I call? So for that, you know that by now, Terraform module DevOpsSchool. Okay. So you have a Google also, you can look for this, but because I keep updating some of the content, it's easy for you and easy for me also. So module. So this is the tutorial. Okay. You should read all this stuff, but right now I'm not reading, just blindly copying and pasting. So how do we call the module? See here, this is my GitHub module and name it whatever I want, but this directory should be relative path and it should be perfect. Make sense?
Okay.
So what is this? So the directory is GitHub only.
You can
keep it a subdirectory also. Subdirectory, but I'm not keeping it. Done. So I'm calling module right now. Got it?
So we don't want to go to the child module and copy the path and put it here.
That's what I did. No, GitHub is a directory. I called it dot.
Okay, that is only one. Okay, that is only one directory. Okay.
Yeah. Correct. So here now I'll do this. Clear the screen. Apply one more time. Okay, there's some problem here again. Okay. So you install the new module. You have to init. This is the message.
Got it. Okay. Every time we have to go from init.
Yeah, new module you install, so you have to init. Okay.
Yeah.
So now apply and see here. Let me go and validate here. Refresh. So it should 445566. Got it?
Got it. Yeah.
Now I'll tell you the one secret which you'll love it actually. I'll tell you, you know what? If you understand the Terraform, you don't have to write even one line of code actually.
That's nice.
Yeah. So you don't have to write even one line of code. What you want to create? I'll just hypothetically, let's say you want to create VPC. In VPC, you know what we have? You have a VPC, we have subnet, we have internet gateway, we have route table, we have a NAT gateway, we have so many things we have, right? And if you start writing manually, it will take 2 to 3 days to test all this code. Don't you think so?
Yes.
But we don't do that actually. We don't do that. So what we do? We reuse the code. I'll tell you the magic. Go to the Terraform registry and see the magic. This is the go to the Terraform registry and read this. Oh, where is this registry? It's here. Uh, and read this only two things. Just this, read this.
Okay, 2,386 providers and 10,300 modules and counting. So whatever happens in infra provisioning with all the resources, the code's been already here. Is that what it
Yes.
means? Okay.
Yes. That means whatever you are looking for the some custom, I mean some see any tools which is common to the every engineers, you will find free of cost modules here only.
Got it.
But you have to write the module only for your custom applications. Got it?
Yeah, makes sense.
So for example, I want to create a VPC. I mean, I want to search for the VPC. So I'll just search for VPC AWS module. And here, HashiCorp. Okay, this is the provider, by the way. Click here, browse modules. And now I'll search for VPC. So VPC. And here, this is the module. And the free code, tested code, stable code, reliable code, tested by thousands of people. You see that number of download this week.
Yeah. 3
You can
lakhs.
trust this code.
More than 3 lakhs, yeah.
So this is the code. Now the question is, how do I use this code? So I want to create a VPCs. For that, you have to use this code. And this is the line you have to add in this. That's all. Okay.
That's awesome.
See that.
So even the latest version will be available there.
Yes. Yeah. This is the code you have to run, and this code is my local. This module is my local one. This module is the one which is from the community. Automatically it will be downloaded. Don't worry about that. Okay. But you say, Rajesh, I want to provide my own entries actually. In that case, you have to go and see that all the users documents now. Okay. So this is the one example you can see. And here, this is the module named with a VPC coming from this location, which is cloud, and some of the variable which you are passing. Do you know a VPC on AWS, right? I mean, I'm asking.
Sorry, what is that?
Do you know VPC on AWS? How to create a node?
No, on the console side I know, but from the code side I never tried.
So whenever you go and create a VPC, you have to create a CIDR for the VPC. You have to subnet and all these things. So these are the information you provided. Again, let me tell you, Terraform can be used only if you know the platform. Otherwise, it will become obsolete for you. Okay. So here you should know AWS, then you will understand easily what are the inputs you want to provide. For example, you are understanding EC2 instance very easily, GitHub very easily. Why? Because you know that what is a GitHub, what is a EC2 instance. The same way services which you should know, then you'll understand. So these are the variables you can pass.
I think it's difficult to know everything, but at least we have to go on the UI side from the from the platform and create from the UI side, and we can see what are the requirements, what are the parameters, and then come and look into the code. That would be easier, right?
100% correct. Yeah, you have to do that. Otherwise, you can't code for it.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
So now this code is EU West 1A. So I'm going to add a provider. Where is my provider? So I will copy the code from the last class. Here, I think provider. I mean the token I have deleted. Maybe I will check that. Okay. This is So here I'm adding this provider AWS. The region which I'm expecting is US West 1, which is here, and the token I have to create. So just give me a second. Go and ID secret. I have to generate it. Copy this guy and copy this guy. This is worst practice, but I'm just to simplify this. I'm doing it. Typically, you should store in the environment variable of your system, so you should not compromise. Okay. So clear the screen. Now in it, you have to do this because you are adding the new provider. And you see the downloading this module here automatically. I'm not doing anything. So it will be downloaded AWS. It will be downloaded this module, the one which you are using, then will be used. So you saw that without even writing a one line of code, I can literally write everything.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah, that's amazing.
This is the beauty of Terraform.
Yeah, I also heard the same for Ansible.
Ansible also.
Yeah.
Roles, you have Ansible Galaxy, Ansible, I think Ansible Galaxy, and here we have roles, thousands of roles free of cost is available, which you can
Mm-hmm.
use. Here you see, these are the roles.
The
Numbers is
basic.
not given, yeah, numbers
Mm-hmm.
is not there, but more than 4,000 rules you have.
Mm-hmm.
You see here, done, plan, and you see that I am showing the plan,
Mm-hmm.
and it will show you that VPC, all this stuff which will be created. So let me go to AWS and let me show you the U West one, right? So U West one here, West 2, West 1. It's a North California. And what was the name of the VPC? My VPC, okay? Name of the VPC. So VPC, and here. I have not created, so now it's just running the plan. See, the 29 resources will be added, and last one, apply, and hyphen auto approve. So modules is nothing but a directory structure. Don't get confused too much.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
directory structure where it contains the Terraform file and variable file. That's all.
Okay.
There's a root module which is you are working by default, and there is a child module which you can call it from inside or from outside also. So I call
Mm-hmm.
two modules. One is my one is my local module which I
Mm-hmm.
call somewhere here, and I call one cloud module which is automatically downloaded and run it, and
Okay.
done. So see that so many resources is creating route table, NAT gateway, route table, VPN gateway, NAT gateway, some multiple subnets, multiple route tables is got created, VPN gateway. All this thing will be created without even writing one line of code.
Yeah. So our desire is like to create the VPC, but what are the prerequisites? It would automatically create it.
Yeah, it's all there in the code itself. If you want to,
Mm-hmm.
do you want to study this code? Yes, you should go for GitHub. So click on here. This is the code which is available. So you should read this here. So these are the
Mm-hmm.
codes. See here, main.tf. I told you, right? Output, all the output variables you have here. All the
Oh, that's
variables they
good.
keep it here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
this is the structured way they plan it. Rest of the file is not important. These all are, I mean, unnecessary. Only the tier program which you should look for.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is the guy who wrote this. He's from AWS, I guess. Yeah, he's from AWS.
That's nice.
Yeah. So this is something which you have. Now let me show you. Go to the VPC. I have a two VPC already, so I'm expecting three VPC. Subnets still has not come. I'm just waiting for it. Let's wait for it.
Mm-hmm.
So the name of the VPC should be my VPC. It's taking little time, but it's still creating. 29 resources has been created, and if you create manually this will take a lot of time actually, and you might
Mm-hmm.
do the mistakes actually.
Yeah.
Done guys. Okay, so 29 added. Let's go and check this out and refresh it, and I'm not seeing that. Strange. Where is that? Let me see that if I am looking at right region. So right region, u west u west 1. So u west. Okay, EU, that's the European Union. Okay, my bad. Okay, before that, I will delete this VPC because this was created in the last demo. I'm deleting this manually. I'm deleting it, but I don't have a file. So you go to the EU West 1, which is here, Europe, Ireland. And here it is, my VPC.
My VPC. That's awesome.
Yeah, and you see the subnet here. All the subnets is belong to. There's so many other VPCs also for the demo, but route tables, internal gateways. See, this is my VPC internet gateway. This is chargeable. See, I'm stupid actually. I'm charging for this internet gateway from last, I think, few weeks. It's like,
oh my God. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, just destroy this after this, and everything what you created. See the power of Terraform. Everything you created, you just destroy in one go. And you can reuse the same code again, and your colleagues can do that. Everything. So this is the power of Terraform. Got it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just a second. Yes. Yeah. So I should do the cleanup. This one also. Go to the VPC and Pranay delete. So I think this is done by my student, I guess.
Okay.
Delete. And refresh. And this is the one more VPC we have. I think this is the default. I should not touch this one.
But when you destroy there, the my VPC should go off, right? It should get deleted automatically.
No, I'm not deleting my VPC. Others one.
Okay.
I deleted my VPC using this one. You see?
It's getting destroyed now. Yeah.
Yeah. So I did not touch because I didn't want it to touch this one. So now it will be done. Okay. So destruction complete. Let's refresh. My VPC still here under strange.
No, after 41 seconds, I think so.
Yeah. Okay. So this is the module which you have to practice it and get going. So what we covered today, let me recap. We covered the looping, we covered the conditioning, we covered the output values, and most important topic, which is module. Okay. So next session, which will cover the workspace and see, I forgot the topics: workspace, Terraform documentation. So next topic which I'll cover, where is this configuration language? So we'll cover modules is done, variables is done, providers is done. So we'll cover this expression, okay, and function, and some of the Terraform settings, and this is the one. So state, I mean remote state actually, we'll discuss, and workspace, here it is. Yeah, workspace is. Okay, so these are the topics one by one. We'll go for that.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay,
so
then
tomorrow same time, right?
Yeah. Let's because I think you discussed with Patrick, so when he was not able to do something because I'm doing 14-hour session, and this session. Okay, let me stop the recording.
Yeah.